All right, and welcome to a little quick video explaining how to do ads on Amazon KDP. The first thing you're going to want to do is to just go to kdp.amazon.com. The second thing you're going to want to do is, of course, sign in. All right, we're going to go in to any book we've just made. We're going to go to these three dots and we're going to select promote and advertise right here. Now there's multiple ways to go about this, but I'm going to show you the simplest way first. You're going to choose your marketplace, which is Amazon.com. As you get more advanced, you can choose some of these other marketplaces like the UK, for example, or DE would be Germany, Deutschland. We have France, Italy, Spain, Canada, and Australia. I would suggest, if your book is in English, to in the future expand to Australia, Canada, and the UK, because those are English speaking countries. If you know another language, then, or you want to hire someone to translate your books into another language, that is great as well. And then you would advertise on those respective countries. I would not suggest to use AI to translate your books. You should use a real person to do that. Either you do it yourself if you speak both languages fluently, or hire someone who speaks both languages fluently. That's going to be the best way to do it. All right, moving on. We're going to get to this page, and we are always going to pick sponsored product, and we're going to hit continue. We are going to select standard. Now we will talk about custom, but right now we're going to select standard, and then normally the book would be here, but I guess I pressed something wrong, so don't worry about that. So you just search here and you pick which book you want to add. It doesn't really matter. We're going to talk about doing one book at a time right now, but in the future, maybe later on in this video, I will show you how to do multiple books. All right, so for targeting, we're going to put automatic. This is the easiest way to make an ad. For bid, we're going to set our first bid to something like 10 cents or maybe even 5 cents. And this is just to get a feeling for which keywords are going to work. Next, we're going to leave this alone. We don't need to worry about bid adjustment either. And we're just going to create a name here. And then we just hit daily budget. You can put something like $5. That's usually fine. They hardly ever go above this number. And if they do get to $5, then in a day, it'll just stop. If you feel uncomfortable with that, you could put $1, you could put $2, you can put whatever you think is going to work best. And I never put an end date unless you specifically wanted to create a campaign for the Christmas season where your book is on sale. Then you can just do it from, November until January 1st or something like that. Then you hit launch campaign. All right, I am not going to do that because I have plenty of campaigns already. So we are going to go to the Amazon homepage, account overview. And I am just going to show you what one of those ads would look like. So I have different countries, and let's just take a look at the United States. So we're going to click in here and check out one of the ads. So it looks like we have 12 orders on this one. So let's take a click and see. So in here, you are going to see all these different things. You're going to see ad groups and all that. But what you really want to pay attention to is your, you go into the ad group and then you want to look at targeting. So right now we have $41 spent, $126 earned, 30% ACoS. This is the important number right here. 30% ACoS is good. That means we're spending 30% of what we're earning. Lower ACoS number is better, because if you're only spending 10% of what you're earning, that's awesome. So you want the ACoS number as low as possible, but 30% is actually really good. even 50% is acceptable. 50% means, for in this example, that we would have spent $60 and made 126, which means we still made $60 after paying for the ads. But the main thing I wanted to check out was targeting, and this is where you're going to dial in your ads and make them better. So what we want to do is to look at how much you spent and if that correlates with your ACoS. So this ACoS is 50%. This one's 40, this one's 7, this one's 6, this is, well, so I have my ACoS. So what you want to do is click ACoS and make sure the arrow's pointing down. And if it has a ACoS higher than like 70%, then you just want to turn off that keyword. Also, you could go to spend and point the arrow down. And that's going to show you how much you spent on each thing. And if you spent a lot and you don't have any orders or sales, then you want to turn those off as well. So on this one, I've spent $2 so far and I've earned nothing. Here I've spent another $2, earned nothing. Now, I'm not actually going to worry about these because it's just the beginning of the month. So you do want to take a look at a large date range, which you can change right here. And let's just put it for the last, let's see, I want to put like 90 days. So I'm going to scroll over here and I'm just going to go to like September 12th and go over here to today. And we're going to save that. And that's going to show us, you know, a few months. So here we see some of those that had money spent but no orders. Now suddenly those orders are showing up. So right here, this one, we spent $4 and we didn't get any sales. Here we spent $4, no sales, $2, no sales. So, you know, I would potentially turn these off or turn the amount of ads down by. So my numbers are kind of high here. That's because I've been going in here and tweaking it. So if you see something is doing good and they have a suggested bid, then you want to go ahead and apply that. But I normally take this very slowly. If they suggest 46 cents, I take my time. I start at 10 cents and then I go up maybe to 15 and then 20 and see if the ad is still doing good as I add more bid to it. Okay. So that's why some of these bids are rather high because they've been doing good. Like this is, this one not so good lately, so I could potentially turn it down. I'm undecided, but it's at 85%. That is not too good. This one's 60, that's fine. 40, 35. So if something is 80, 90, 100% ACoS, you just want to turn those off. So let's see if I can find one to show you an example. Okay, our highest ACoS item is that one, actually 85. So what I would do here is I would go ahead and take this and I'm just going to lower it down to 50 cents. It did me good in the past. I don't want to completely get rid of it, but I do want to just go ahead and lower it down because it is still earning sales. It's just spending too much to get those sales. I hope these things make sense. So let's go back to the campaign view so that I can explain to you again how this works. And this is after you've set up an ad. So you want to click one of your campaigns. And then you're going to click into the ad group. This particular campaign doesn't have an ad group. It's only one book. So then you're going to go ahead and go to targeting. You are going to click your ACoS twice so that the arrow's pointing down. And you're going to look and see if you can find any ACoS that is over 80%. And then you're going to either change your bid or you're just going to completely turn that ad off with this blue button here. It'll turn gray when you turn it off, and now it's off. It's not going to be served at all. And if you want to turn it on, it turns blue. So that's how you optimize your ads, by finding which keywords are working the best and by tweaking them, giving them more bids, turning off the ones that aren't working. And you can even go into here in the search terms and to find some keywords that you maybe didn't think of that created sales. So we would go here to orders. And we can see here that one of these keywords that I don't have actually got me an order. So what I could do is add this as a keyword, as a negative keyword, or as a negative phrase. So some of these keywords might be costing you money, but not making any sales. So we can go here to spend, put the arrow down, and it looks like this one is costing the most. It did get a sale, but this one is costing some, no sales. Okay, so I would go to add as a negative. Okay, if I add it as a negative, then they won't do that keyword anymore. And that's under search terms, where you can find new keywords to improve your campaigns. And please just go back and watch this video again if you are misunderstanding. Now we're back at KDP, and I'm going to show you how to get to that area again. But now let's talk about marketing multiple books. An easier way is to specifically go to a specific book and then go to promote and advertise, then choose your marketplace, then click create an ad campaign. Now we want to create an ad campaign. We're going to click sponsor product. We want to create an ad campaign with multiple books. Custom ad text you can figure out on your own. It's not a big deal. This just means you are going to write in what you want the ad to say, and you're going to do that down here. It's not super important. You can do this if you want. If you're into coming up with ad copy, I don't think it really matters. Standard text just shows the book. Okay, so what if we want to promote multiple books? You just click add, and you might be saying, well, why would I want to do that? If you have related books, such as a series like Harry Potter, or a series of prayer books, or a series of coloring books that are related, then it would make perfect sense to advertise these books together, because they are going to use similar keywords, if not the exact same keywords. Making a new campaign for each one would be a huge pain, and optimizing each one separately would be a huge pain. So I group my books together into advertising campaigns, and that just makes life a lot easier. By the way, if you were ever wondering what kind of reviews your books have, you could just go into this new campaign area and you will see how many stars of reviews and how many reviews by number each of your books has. So boom, 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 boom. You can put as many books as you want. Okay, and then we're going to do automatic. Now, you can do manual targeting if you have keywords that you believe will work. They will also suggest to you keywords under manual targeting that you can choose to add yourself, and you can even choose what bid each keyword will get, or you can put a custom bid for each keyword to be 5 cents or 10 cents. So this is pretty interesting as well. But I suggest when you're just getting started to just go ahead and do automatic targeting with a low default bid, 10 or 5 cents, because it's just simpler. You name it. If you're doing a group of books, name it the group of books. So if you're doing coloring books, if you're doing journals, name it journals, name it coloring books. And we're going to make our daily budget like $5, and usually I leave no end date. And that's basically it. That's how you do multiple books. That's how you do individual books, just by, marking them on or off here. And that now I'll show you how to get to the advertising page without actually making a new ad. All right, so here we are back on KDP. And how do we get to the advertising console without advertising a particular book? Very easy. You just click marketing. You click Amazon ads right here, click Amazon.com and click go to ads console, and it'll bring you right here. And this is the ads console for one country. If you have one country, it's showing you how much you spent. And of course, this is over a strange range. I normally leave it on this month because that helps me to understand how much I'm paying. $100 so far this month, but you also have multiple countries here, but here it shows me how much I've spent in every country. 600 clicks and $164 total. And there you have it. That's basically how you are able to check, all your different campaigns and to fix them and to make them better, which I would suggest doing maybe once a week, checking these keywords, checking the, so like if we go to this, all right, so you just go to the ad you want, and you're going to go to the ad group. If there is an ad group, sometimes there won't be. And then you're going to go over to targeting. You're going to click so that the arrow is pointing down on a cost. See if anything has 80, 90 higher a cost, or that's the first thing you're going to do. And you're going to turn those bids down or turn them off with these two buttons. Then you're going to go to spend, click it twice so that the arrow is pointing down. And if something has spent, it might not have any cost at all, and you spent a lot of money on it, then you're going to turn those bid downs or turn them off, especially if there haven't been any sales and a lot of money has been spent. A lot of those I just turn off. If it has low sales but a lot of money spent, I like to leave it on but turn the bid amount down, because that means this keyword is working. I'm just bidding too much for it. Sorry, there's one more thing. You want to do search terms. Check these like once a week, and do the same thing. Put on sales. You can click it twice so that the arrow's pointing down. If a keyword is getting good sales, then you're going to want to add it as a keyword. And then you can go to spend and click it twice to get the arrow pointing down. And if a lot of money is being spent, like specifically on this, then you can remove it. You can add it as a negative keyword by clicking here and clicking add negative exact, add negative phrase, and that will tell them to not show that keyword for your book anymore. And that's it. Hope it makes sense. Little long-winded, but it does basically go over everything you need to improve your ads on KDP. All right. Bye. And until next time, may God grant you many blessed years.